The Young and the Restless. YNR. Spoilers hint that Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, may have a fainting spell that forces a pregnancy test. Will Claire's night with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, come back to haunt her and complicate her future? Although Claire had a good time letting loose in Los Angeles, things got a bit wilder than she intended. Claire doesn't regret going to bed with Holden at this point, but that could change depending on where the story goes from here. Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, voiced concerns about Claire being reckless and perhaps doing something she couldn't take back. It seemed like Victoria's motherly instincts were kicking in and telling her that Holden could blow up Claire's world somehow. As for Claire, she pumped the brakes on Holden as soon as they got back to Genoa City. Claire doesn't want to make any kind of serious commitment to Holden, but a baby would certainly be one if she's pregnant. Claire ended up kissing Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, after the Thanksgiving gathering, which could be a sign about which way her heart's leaning. This could be the start of Kyle and Claire figuring things out as a couple again. Now that Claire is potentially open to healing her relationship with Kyle, it'd be the perfect time for her to discover she's got Holden's bun in the oven. It could complicate the situation for Claire and leave her wondering what she should do next. Maybe Claire could realize she's late and start having some other obvious pregnancy symptoms as well. Is Claire on the verge of some warning signs and jaw-dropping news? During the week of December 1st to 5th, Claire will have a showdown with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, that gets out of hand. YNR fans will see Claire blow her top and perhaps overdo it when it comes to her outburst. What if Claire faints in the middle of this heated confrontation? Audra might have to come to her enemy's rescue before ultimately realizing Claire could be pregnant after her wild trip with Holden. We could certainly imagine Audra using that information to taunt Claire, who may be forced to get a pregnancy test if that's the way this storyline is headed. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Claire and Audra have more face-offs brewing no matter what, so stay tuned for updates on all the escalating hostility. The Young and the Restless. YNR. Spoilers reveal that Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, will cause some wedding crasher chaos. These uninvited guests will manage to derail the big event as Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, celebrate their long-awaited remarriage. Danny and Christine are going for simple elegance when it comes to their nuptials. The main goal is to just embrace their love and feel the warmth all around them, but no soap wedding would be complete without a dramatic moment or two. YNR will kick off the wedding with Part 1 on November 21st, which will be followed by Part 2 on November 24th. At some point during the marriage festivities, Phyllis and Kane will come along to make things messy. Phyllis has seemingly made peace with Danny remarrying Christine, even if she doesn't think it's the right call. Danny could do much better as far as Phyllis is concerned, but she's accepted that they're going to wed whether she approves or not. That said, Phyllis may see an easy opportunity to make some trouble for Christine and Danny on their wedding day. It may be Phyllis who gives Kane a nudge to crash the event and tell two guests in particular how sorry he is. Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, and Nina Webster, Trisha Cast, both lost their sons thanks to all the mayhem that went down in Nice. It wasn't Kane's fault that his mentally unstable assistant went off the rails, but he still feels responsible on some level for what Carter did. If Kane had never invited Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers, and Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, to that party for all his mind games, then there's a good chance they'd both still be alive right now. Kane may acknowledge that forgiveness is perhaps too much to ask, but he'll at least want to convey how apologetic he is in person. YNR spoilers say Kane will corner Nina and Amy with remorse in his heart, so he'll apologize profusely for the tragic losses they've both had to endure. If there was a way for Kane to take it all back, he absolutely would. However, all Kane can do now is move forward and hope to find some way to make amends. It looks like Kane will spill all this to Amy and Nina, but he may at least wait until the reception when it comes to the wedding crasher surprise. Phyllis will also be lurking nearby and may not be able to resist taking a jab or two at Christine. Danny and Gina Roma, Patty Weaver, will do their best to stop Phyllis from creating a scene, but she may flash a phony smile and pretend to be supportive in the end. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Christine and Danny may have to make some updates to their wedding plans after shocking news hits, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless. YNR. Spoilers reveal that Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, could be on the verge of a stunning discovery. Adam may ultimately figure out that a face from his past is back in town. So let's talk about all the action. Of course, Kyle may think that's so unfair considering Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, is wearing an ankle monitor and awaiting trial for a crime Phyllis framed her for. While Kyle and Summer bicker, Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, will report back to Sharon Rosales, Sharon Case, with some terrible Cameron Kirsten Lyndon Ashby updates. Sharon will find out about Cameron's freedom and will grow increasingly concerned, particularly after he corners Faith Newman, Raylan Castor, during her time home from college. Over with Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. He'll try to prove to Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, that he can respect boundaries, but then a new opportunity will pop up. Nick will find himself conflicted since he'll have to choose between being there for Sharon and being there for Sally. Since Sharon's situation is obviously far more dire right now, Nick will surely choose her. That'll give Adam an opening to grow closer to Sally, and Y&R spoilers say that's exactly what he'll do in the months ahead. Nick's distraction could be just what Adam needs to score a Sally reunion if he plays his cards right. For now, maybe Adam will get a chance to attend a baby appointment with Sally while Nick's busy with his ex. Over with Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, and Tucker McCall, Trevor St. John. They'll talk about what the future holds. Tucker will cling to hope for a real wedding and honeymoon now that Ashley's announced their fake engagement. During the week of June 5th to 9th, Phyllis will play a dangerous game. After Kyle's surprise arrival in her GCAC suite, will Phyllis bolt and find a new hiding spot? Whatever the case, Phyllis could dig a deeper hole for herself, but she can't avoid her arrest forever, especially since she may be trapped in GC at this point. As for Victor Newman, Eric Braden, he'll deliver a stern warning to someone. That could be to Cameron once Nick alerts Victor to this baddie's return. Victoria and Nate will also become an official couple, so they'll go public and make a few waves in the process. Finally, Ashley will scheme against Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and put all the pieces in place for the coup she's plotting, but Jack will fight back with some sneaky plans of his own. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Jack may give Diane a major Jabot promotion once she's cleared of all